to Find Me a Medium. Hello everybody, welcome to Find Me a Medium. My name's Maria Deane and I'll be with you for the next hour or so. Just lighting some candles while people are getting on. What is the weather like where you are? It's really nice here. Hello Vanessa, how are you? Are you enjoying the weather? The weather's lovely, except for if you struggle with hay fever, which I do. So excuse me if I'm sniffling and my eyes are watering. So just wait for a few of you to get on. And we'll see who wants readings. Hello, Marianne. Nice to see you. Marianne Harris, nice to see you. So, how are we all doing? We doing good? Thank you for the kiss, Marianne. That's nice. Get my cards ready. Lit the candles. Let's have a spray while we're waiting. Christ energy. That's lovely energy. Let's have that spray. Oh, that's cooled me down as well while we're waiting. Put the lid. No, it doesn't fit back on. Hello, Mariana. Ivan. Sorry, it went before I could pronounce it. Nancy, hello. Nancy Sherman. Hiya. So lovely to see you. Looks like there's a few of you on now. So we'll start whenever we're ready. So we've got Stacey, who's going to write your names down and let me know who's on first. And I'll just got my cards ready, the usual cards that I use. I've got a whole weekend of readings this weekend. So tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be in Weston-super-Mare in the Royal Hotel doing readings. So if any of you are around from there, then do pop in and say hello. It's always nice to see some people in person, as well as online. I always find that people look quite different when you see them when they're on in person. So, hello Nancy. Nancy Sherman, hello. So Stacey, are we ready then? Have we got some names? You want your reading? Remember to ask Stacey to put your name down, because you need to ask for a reading. Okay. Oh, Stacey, I can't pronounce that. Vanessa, can you put her up so that I can see the name, so that I can try and pronounce it? It looks a little bit like Vanessa, but I don't think it is Vanessa. Okay. So Banana. I don't know how to pronounce that. Can I just call you Van? Because I don't know, Van, how to pronounce that. That's why sometimes it's better in person, isn't it? Because you can ask that person. So, a reading for you. Let's see where we're going. Have you had a good week, Van? Have you had a good week? Has it treated you well? I hope so. Okay, I'm going to keep my phone just in case Stacey wants to send me messages. So Van, I have for you Lord Melchizedek. Really strong energy, Ascended Master, Lord Melchizedek, and the High Council, bringing wisdom, enlightenment, and raising divine consciousness. How lovely is that? So that's the spray I've picked for you. So we're going to ask for Van's highest good. And if you give her something to look at, please give her the solution. And if loved ones want to come in and give a message, then that's okay with us. But only bonds of love are allowed in here. 1, 2, or 3. There I go. Only those who've crossed over into the light are allowed in here. Ah, Van, you have a gift. So the first card I've got for you is that you have a gift. See where they're going with that. And you need to write something. The song is about writing. It's about speaking your truth. It's about singing your own song. So Van, are you singing your own song? Are you using the gift to the best of your ability? Are you doing what you've come here to do? Is that your higher purpose, that you've come here to do something? I'm just tuning in with Spirit and having a little, trying to get to see what Spirit want for you. What do they want to tell you, Van? They're telling you that you have a gift. Do you know you have a gift? But in some way, you're not using the gift to your best to the best of the advantage that you have with it. Have a little faith. Now, I know that you may be a lady of faith, but have you got faith in your own ability? Have you got faith in yourself? And that's what I'm picking up. There's something blocked you and gave you some challenges you had. And it kind of gave you self-doubt, stopped you from believing in your gift as much as you used to believe in your gift. And what Spirit are saying is that they want you to use that gift and they want you to get back to that place. We've got Queen of Hearth and Home. Are you happy in your home? Are you thinking of moving home? There's something to do with your home that's blocking you from your gift in some way. Let's lean into it a little bit more. You're learning and you just don't know what. Okay, then the solution is cut ties with that no longer serves you. And Spirit will guide you, Van, into what you need to learn. They will guide you to the right kind of people who can help you. They'll guide you to help uplift you and help you see what you need and what you want. Let's see we'll ask what the solution for that is. Okay, we've got the Pan. So Peter Pan, this is about the boy who didn't grow up. Let's see where okay. In this situation, it's not about the boy that didn't grow up. It's about some inner child work that you need to do, Van. So there's some work that you need to do that is to do with inner child work. It's to do with growing up, and it's not come to the surface yet for you to deal with it. It's subconscious. It's not conscious. And it's left you absolutely exhausted. And it's negative. There's a negative energy around that you need to clear so that you can move forward. You keep returning to this point over and over again. So sometimes we have things that we need to look at. We have wounds that we need to heal. And we don't want to heal them. We don't want to go through them. We don't want to look at them again. But what Spirit is saying is, Van, that this thing keeps coming back up. And now is the time for you to heal it so you can move forward. It's making you not a well woman. So it's making you exhausted. It's making you feel tired. It's making you feel confused. And what Spirit is saying is, start to trust in them and let them guide you to what you need. What you actually need. We've got the big behind. What you actually need, Van, is there's some patterns that you need to look at, and they come way back. They're patterns that have come way back, and they block you in this life. And so what happens is that you get to a point and subconsciously you kind of sabotage it. And what Spirit is saying is you need to start thinking positive about yourself, about your gift, about lifting your vibration and trusting that Spirit have your back and to help you move forward in it. And so they're wanting you to move forward. They're wanting to help you. So if you kind of like stay in the power for a little bit and let Spirit guide you, they will show you who can help you. You know, self cannot fix self. But there are plenty of ways and plenty of people out there who can help you to see some things that you don't know about, some subconscious things, and help you clear them so that you can move forward. And it's all about the learning for you, Van. It's all about moving forward and using your gift. And that's what Spirit wants from you. I've got the Magician. You are, I'm going to leave it at this one. You are the Magician. You have everything you need to succeed. Absolutely everything. It's your self-doubt that keeps bringing you back over and over again. Messages, patterns that are in your head that are not even yours. They may have come from other people or different situations in your life. And now those patterns are blocking you and stopping you from moving forward. And so that's what Spirit have for you today. I hope that was okay for you, Van. Thank you for working with me. And who have we got next? Marianne Harris. Okay. I'm good, thanks, Marianne. I'm glad that you're not too bad either. Hello. Okay, so now let's get the spray for you. So you got Lord Melchizedek as well. Maybe that's the theme for tonight. Let's spray the cards, spray me, spray you, and begin. I feel very excited about something, Marianne. I just had this overwhelming feeling of excitement. I'm just wondering what that's about. And maybe Spirit will let us know what that's about. Let's have a little look, shall we? Ooh, this is me, Tinkerbell. Hands on hips, telling you off. So my husband calls me Tinkerbell. Okay. And when I've got this card, I know that there's something I need to tell you off about. There's something that you're not doing, Marianne, that you need to be doing. It's a shadow of the past for you also. So there's a shadow of the past coming up for you to look at and for you to work through so that you can move forward. We got Peter Pan again, and I did shuffle the cards. So we've got the Peter Pan again, which is about the inner child work, the inner child cards. You know that when we get a shadow of the past coming up, it's so we can look at it, shine a light on it. And what happens when you shine a light on a shadow? It disappears, doesn't it? It goes. And what a lot of us do is the shadow comes up and we're not ready to face it, or we don't want to face it, or we're not able to face it, and we're like, oh, shut up, we don't want to deal with this. But the beautiful thing is if you let the shadow come up and you look at it and you heal it and you raise your vibration and you shine the light on it, then you move forward and that shadow's done and dusted. I'm not saying there won't be more shadows that come up, because there will be. But if we deal with each shadow as it comes up and we raise our vibration, we're getting higher and higher. Okay, so that's what it is, Marianne. And it does need to be, it can't just be dumped though. It has to be felt. So what happens when you have trauma, your head and heart cut off from each other. because has a child, a young adult, anybody, an adult trauma, you can't feel it. You just have to cut off. That's the only way to keep you safe. The thing is, when you get on with life, then that becomes a disconnect and it becomes a blockage and it stops you from moving forward. So what was a mechanism to keep you safe becomes a mechanism that's doing you harm and not doing you good anymore. So there comes a time, especially when you're feeling safe and you've raised your vibration and you've begun working with spirit and you began trusting things to come into your life, where that disconnect really needs to be sorted. And the only way to sort it is to go back to the core wound and heal that. And by healing it, you have to feel it. And then once you feel it and the head and heart go, and you go back together again, then you can dump it. And then you move forward in a different way. And that's what's needed. You are exhausted. It is exhausted. It no longer serves you. The mechanism that was really good to keep you safe and help you is now not working for you. And when that happens, it becomes a negative energy. And then we have to move forward because it keeps returning. And it will keep returning until you look at it, until you do the work that needs doing, or it will make you unwell. And also, you have a gift. So your gift, Marianne, your gift needs to be explored. You need to raise your vibration so that you can do what you came here to do. And that's what Spirit are asking of you. So this stuff is coming up for you so that you can heal it. And once you heal it, you can walk in Spirit with your gift and trust them more, and your life will change. So I hope that was okay for you. We'll see who's next. Thank you, Marianne. Marianne again. Mariana's a different Mariana. This one with the J. I think it's still Mariana, isn't it? So I'll just wait for you to join me. So what happens with me, guys, is that Spirit usually give me a theme. It starts off with a theme. And I shuffle the cards and we come back to the same point over and over again, because that's the theme for today. Because they know who's watching, they know who needs readings, and they know who they want to give the readings to. And so trusting that will happen is what happens. So we can have Marianne on, please. And choose your spray. Oh, no, Marianne. So can we have Nancy then, please? So can Nancy come on? We've got Lord Melchizedek again. So Lord Melchizedek. Very high wisdom today, it would seem. Look how blurry it is. What is that where the light is? Do you see that big round circle? This side it is, that big round circle. Is that the sun coming in, or is that a great big orb? Wow. That is interesting, isn't it? Nancy Sherman. Hello, Nancy. So for Nancy's highest good. And you had Lord Melchizedek as well. Let me do another little bit of spray because I don't know if I got you. Oh, and then I picked Christ energy as well. So for some reason you're having two. Let's just trust and go with it, Nancy. Let's just trust and go with it. Okay. For Nancy's highest good. Oh, we've landed on the paradox card, Nancy. So a paradox, what a paradox means is they're contradictory. They can be two, how can I explain it? Two contradictory things can be in the one. So a person can be good and a person can be bad at the same time. A situation can be a really difficult situation, but it can also be a really healing situation at the same time. That kind of thing is a paradox. So that's what it's brought forward, paradox for you, Nancy. The paradox is you're the lady of joy. So you, Nancy, are the lady of joy. So you spread joy wherever you go. And you are the lady of joy, but you have some trauma. So this is my card for PTSD. So you have some trauma. And that blocks you from being the joy that you are. Spirit is saying you're a messenger. So Nancy, you have a message to bring to the world. And it's a joyful message that you have. It isn't, you're the lady of joy. It's a joyful message that you have to bring to the world, but your trauma is blocking you from feeling the joy to bring that to the world because you're a messenger. We've got the lady of sorrow. So this is about grief and depression and feeling low and going through really hard stuff. And that's the problem when you have some kind of trauma, is because that comes up and it blocks you from doing what you love doing and doing what you want to do. The spirit says you're the lady of leprechauns, which means you need to do what you love doing. What's your passion, Nancy? What brings you joy? What can you do to bring that joy into your life? You are juggling. You have too much going on. Okay, I hit the nail right on the head. Thank you, Nancy, for that confirmation. You have too much going on. You're juggling. Look, if you're doing this and you're juggling, there's no room for anything new to get in. So you're just juggling old stuff over and over and over again, and nothing new can get in. So what Spirit is saying is drop it. Let the balls drop. Let something new come into your life. There's something new to come into your life. Who's got ADHD? Whether that's you or somebody around you, if you have thoughts that you might have ADHD, that's confirmation for you that maybe you should go and have a little look at that and get diagnosed. Or if there's somebody around you who you've thought has, and that's just confirmation for that for you. Okay, you're a strong woman. Look, we've got the rocks. You're a strong woman. You're a strong woman. You've been through a lot, but you are coming out the other side of it, and there is hope for you. You'll be pleased to know that you're coming out the other side of it now. There was a time in your life when you felt really confident and you felt like you could conquer the world and you felt good about yourself. It may not have been for long, but you had that time in your life. What Spirit is saying is they want to get you back there because something happened that stopped you from feeling good about yourself and blocked you off from being all that you can be, from shining your light. And now they want you to shine your light. And that's what they're saying. You need to do what you love doing. You really need to do what you love doing. You need to shine your light and you need to bring that message to the world because that's what you're here for. It's a negative energy that blocks you from doing what you're supposed to be doing. Now, I know our world at the moment is full of negative energy because of everything that's happening in it, but we don't have to be in it. We don't have to go down with it, with all the fear and all the stuff that's happening. You know, if we rely on Spirit to help us through things and guide us to the right people who will help, because not everybody is helpful, but they'll guide you to the right people who will help and be able to help you and help you grow. We've got the fairy of growth. And then you can move forward, and then you can do what you're supposed to do. Bring your message to the world. We've got the Peter Pan again. We've got the Peter Pan again. So it's about going through this stuff and learning a different way of being with yourself, of being all that you can be and shining your light and bringing your message to the world. I hope that's okay for you, Nancy. Let's see who we've got next. Thank you for working with me. Jen Singleton. Excuse me while I have a drink. So Jen will get a different spray for you. And we've got Lord Melchizedek as well. So even though I chose a different bottle, it was still Lord Melchizedek. So here we go. Lord Melchizedek is a very high ascended master with lots of wisdom. And that's what's happening. So I got a message from Stacey then. Let's have a look. Thank you. Okay. So this one is for Jen, for Jen's highest good. And if you give her something to look at, please give her the solution. The thing, how spirit work with me is sometimes they do bring stuff up, but they only bring stuff up if it's still affecting you in your life today. And they always bring the solution for it as well. They don't ever leave you in, you know, this stuff is all happening and I'm not knowing what to do about it. They always bring the solution. So this one's for Jen. Okay, Jen, Prince of Shadows. Also, shadow of the past. Also a shadow of the past for you to work through. Jen, you have a question. I have the question card. So you have a question. We don't know what your question is, but this is going to be the answer to your question. So you know what your question is, and Spirit are going to answer it. You keep returning to the same point over and over again. You've been here before. It's not the first time you've been here. You have a gift. We are returning to the same point, aren't we? And you're like, oh no, I don't want to do this. So there's something happening in your life that you don't want to face just yet. And you're like, oh no. But there's a bright spark that comes with it. So there may be some decision that you need to make. And what Spirit is saying, within that decision, although it feels hard, the bright spark that comes after making that decision will be for your highest good. You have me again, Tink, telling you off, hand on hips. I don't know what I'm telling you off for, but let's see. Okay. Somebody around you with mental health issues. There's somebody around you with mental health issues. And you need a little bit of training on how to deal with it. Okay. Who's the one who's staying awake at nighttime and not sleeping? And then we have the fairy of naughtiness. So there's something in your life, Jen, that needs to be sorted out. There's something that really does need you to have a look at it. Really does need that. A decision has to be made. And the decision has to be for your highest good. The decision has to be for your highest good. We've got the Queen of the Night. You're being woke up between 3 and 5 in the morning. And that's the witching hour. You're getting woke up between that time because Spirit are trying to work with you. And they're trying to show you that you're worth more. That it is time now for you to make that decision to move forward. Okay, there's a hidden one, which means it's subconscious, it's not conscious, and it's to do with the boy. So when I get this card, it's to do with somebody who has they're really sensitive and they're not able to cope with some stuff in the world. Now, Jen, I'm not saying it's you, but they're not able to cope with some stuff in the world. And what happens is they're an empath and they get lots of feelings coming in from all over the place. And then they don't know how to handle them feelings. And then sometimes there's a meltdown or there's an explosion because, because they can't handle them feelings. So underneath that explosion is a beautiful energy that needs a little bit of different kind of communication, a different kind of communication with them. And that's what Spirit are saying. You are a blessing and they are a blessing, but something has to change. Something has to change. I got your child. And I feel like it's inner child work again for you, Jen, as well. Because what's happening is that's touching into some of your stuff and it's triggering you. And your inner child is reacting with his inner child. And it's all coming together where you need to have a little bit of training on how to step back and yet still be there for him and supportive of him. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah. We've got the leaving. And so that's what you're worried about. It's a much deeper reading that you may need, Jen. All the dreams that you have for your son will come true. Okay, you're waiting on results, also financial. Okay, well, your dreams will come true. Okay. Okay, and that makes a lot of sense now. Okay, so your dreams will come true. There's a little bit of work to be done and some healing to be done, Jen, but you're going to come out the other side of that and you're going to be able to live your dreams. You really are. I know. Because they're not well at the moment. But how can I say this? When we have our greatest fear, that is what we draw to us because that's what we're so emotional about. And that's why Spirit want you to change your way of thinking so that you don't draw this negative fears to you. And that can be done. There's a different way of working and manifesting, because you're a really good manifester and you can manifest anything in your life. But if your greatest fear is that, then you don't want to manifest that. So we need to change how you think about that. It's something to do with addictions. And your elven knight. I feel very strongly here, Jen. While I'm here, I'm feeling very strongly and I'm feeling it in my heart that you need to heal your stuff. And as you heal your stuff, then your son's stuff will heal. But it has to begin with you. You have to heal your stuff first and then he will. Okay, so passed away and was brought back in March. I forgot some things and also get upset because I ask why. Okay. Okay. You could do with some help on that, couldn't you? You really could. So it's about dealing with what happened and beginning to live again. And beginning to live again. We've got the Lady of the Forest as well, and we got the Lord of the Forest, which is to do with addictions, and so is the Lady of Forest to do with addictions. And then we have the Elven Knight, which is the sun in between. Yeah. And it's learning how to live again, to try and get over that and learn how to know that you're here for a reason, and it's a shadow of the past. You're here for a reason, and there's a reason you're here, and it's finding out what that reason is and doing that and learning to live for that and doing what you've come here for. You are in two minds about things, and when you're in two minds, Jen, one goes this way and one goes that way, and they go out there. But the one that you fear the most, like you talked about fear, the one that you fear the most is the one that you're going to be so emotional about. It's your emotions that will attract it to you. So that's the one you're going to get. Of course. And so that's triggered you as well. So there's some healing to be done from your best friend from passing. There's some healing to be done from that. Is it your best friend or is your boyfriend from passing? There's some healing to be done from that. And it's bringing up that for you. You know, just because he's passed doesn't mean you still can't have a relationship with him. You know, I have 5 siblings in the spirit world, and I have a relationship with all of them. And it's a different relationship, of course, but it's a better relationship than I had when they were here. And I didn't have a bad relationship with my siblings. I had a really good relationship with my siblings. They had their challenges. I had mine. That's what we do in this world. But we learn how to move forward in it, and we learn how to heal. And Jen, I really think that would do you good to heal. You too, 5 siblings. Okay. So you know that I know how you feel, and you know that I've been there, and you know that I've worked through what I needed to work through to get to a different place. And Jen, you can too. We got the Star Fairy. You can shine your light. We've got the Lady of Unicorns, the Lady of Magic. You can shine your light, and you can become the Lady of Magic. And you can live your life to the full. And that's where I say this is where you need to begin to have faith in yourself and trust yourself, and trust that spirit will lead you. They'll lead you to the people who are going to help you do what you need to do, and help you communicate in a different way, and help you see things from a different perspective. I'm going to leave their love with you. Thank you for working with me. Who've we got next? Donna. So Donna Roy, got you next. So with the 5, while we're waiting for Donna, with the 5 siblings, Jen, I have a book. It's called Conversations with My Brother, and you can get it on Amazon. And if you're on Kindle, I think you can download it in audio, and you can download it for free. And this is when my brother came back to help me through my grief. And so it's a book with conversations that him and I had while he was in the spirit world and I was here, and I couldn't cope with my grief. And it's a very beautiful book, and it's a very uplifting book. And you can, like I said, if you've got Kindle, you can download it on audio if you're not great with reading. But even if you're not, it's a very easy book to read. And it shares a lot of what happens in the other world after we go. You know, it's not the end. It definitely is not the end. Okay. We can still build our relationships. Okay, so have we got Donna? Is she not here? Donna Roy. So can we have Donna on, please, so that I can connect with you, Donna? So Stace, have we got Donna? Yes. Hello, Donna. Okay. So let's pick a spray for you. And we have Ascended Master Saint Germain. So Saint Germain, I think I've said before, is the keeper of the violet flame, one of the keepers of the violet flame. And the violet flame is a flame on earth that transmutes any negative energy into positive energy. So it's a healing energy. So that's what you've got, Donna. Okay, let's see for Donna's highest good. Okay. Donna, we've got the Maiden with you. So Donna, a time in your life when you felt really confident, felt like you could conquer the world, things were going right for you. It might have been a while back, but things were going right for you and you felt good about yourself. And then something happened in your life, a negative energy, something negative happened in your life that brought you down and stopped you from feeling so good about yourself and stopped you from that, blocked you from that confidence that you had. And Spirit want to get you back there. They want to get you back to the confidence. Fairy of growth. So Donna, you have grown. You've grown a lot. You also have got some inner child work to do. It's all about the inner child today. You also have a message to bring to the world, Donna. You have grown so much. You have a message to bring to the world. And Spirit want you to do that now. We've got the Lady of Sorrow. So you've been through your own grief. You've been through a whole lot of stuff. And now it's time to transform that stuff. That's why you got Saint Germain. It's time for you to transform that stuff into positive stuff so you can share your message and you can help heal. You have a question. This is the answer to your question. You keep returning to the same point over and over again. You have been here before, Donna. You have a gift. It's the same cards that keep coming up, isn't it? You have a gift. You've been here before. Spirit want you to use that gift. You have a message to bring to the world. You have to transform that negative energy into positive energy and share your message with the world. That is your gift. That's what they're saying. We've got the Queen of Owls. So are you a night owl? Or somebody around you is? There's something that you're struggling with. We've got the Fairy of Naughtiness as well. So there's something that you're struggling with. And what Spirit is saying is you need also, we've had this one earlier, you are the Lady of Leprechauns. You need to do what you love doing and get paid really well for it. You're juggling as well. You're doing too much. You've got all those balls up in the air. How can you let something new in when you keep doing this? You can't. So what they're saying is you need to drop them so you can move forward. You really do need to drop all the balls and anything or anybody else in your life that's blocking you from being all that you can be. You are a bit of it, so it's you who's a bit of a night owl. And that's blocking you from moving forward in your life. That is what's blocking you from moving forward in your life. So Spirit are trying to let you see that maybe you have to get some kind of routine in so that you can be all that you're supposed to be and do all you're supposed to do. Concentrate on one thing. Queen of Hearth and Home. Are you happy in your home? It's something to do with your home. There's something to do with your home where the fairy of naughtiness is. So there's something to do with your home that is blocking you from moving forward. You are a bright spark, but there's something that's bringing you down. So there might be some clearing to do. It's leaving you exhausted. So it might be some clearing to do. The lady of the song, you need to change the story. You need to change the story. So we all have stories that we tell ourselves, don't we? And we always relive the stories over and over again. But it comes to a point where the story no longer works and it just causes harm. So you need to change the story. If you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. You need to do something differently now. That's what Spirit is saying, Donna. So maybe about getting a nighttime routine and trying to maybe sort the home out in some way where you feel like you can move forward. There's something there that's blocking you from moving forward. There is hope for you. There is hope, but you do need to do a little bit of work. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for you, Donna. Thank you. Who have we got next, Stacey? KZ. So, thank you, Donna, for working with me. KZ, guess. I'm glad to see you. Thank you. Okay, so for KZ's high score, just let me get a drink first. And I don't know why I'm doing this, but I really got hooked on this card. I just saw this card and it just drew my attention, KZ. And this card is Language of the Light. And when I look at this card, I can see Metatron's cube. I can see a lot in it. And I feel like this has something to do with you. I think there's a message in this for you, KZ. I think there's a message in this for you. I think there's something that you're not doing that you need to be doing. Something that you're not feeling good about within yourself that you need to be doing. And let me pick a spray for you. You've got Lord Melchizedek as well. I don't usually do that because I only usually use these cards unless I pick a card for somebody or something. But when you came on, that card really, it jumped out at me. And there's something very dramatic about it. So let's see where we go with the reading. Okay. That's that and that. Here we go. So let's see, KZ. Okay. Fairy of Youth. And I'm telling you off again. This is me telling you off again. So you have some dreams that you haven't been able, just looking at that, you haven't been able to fulfill these dreams, but they're still there with you. And you're holding on tight to some stuff that you need to let go of. So that's what I'm feeling, Casey. You're holding on tight to some stuff that you need to let go of. But you can't really just let go of something until you work through what you need to work through to let go of it. And it's causing some mental health issues. And you just need a little bit of training. We've got the Smith. You need a little bit of training on how to get past them blocks that are stopping you from living your dream. Because you should be living your dreams. That's where you're at. You need to live your dreams. There's something that's blocking. We've got the green man. There's something that's blocking you from being able to make your dreams come true. You're not being the queen of the day. So we've got the queen of the day. You're not wearing your crown. You are not being all that you can be. We teach people how to be with us. And if people around you are not treating you like the queen that you are, it's because you're teaching them that it's okay not to. You need to be the queen in your own life. And that's what Spirit are saying. And once you become the queen in your own life, guess what? Other people will treat you like the queen. There is joy for your future. Your dreams are supposed to come true. You are supposed to have these dreams. You're supposed to move forward to it. And there is joy for your future. But you're a little bit of a fixer. And you keep trying to fix everybody else. What Spirit is saying is you need to fix yourself. Okay. And so the best way to deal with past people and to move home and move on within yourself is to do the work, your inner child work from the past, and do the healing in your heart center and make that connect with your head and heart together. Casey, that is the best way to do the healing. And with your home, you need to love your home the way it is now. You need to make that home the most loving, beautiful place in the world, the one that you're in, and then you can move. So when we're desperate to move home and we don't like where we live, you understand? Okay, so you need to do that so that you can move forward. And then your Prince of Light will come. So then your Prince of Light will come. Once you've done that healing, then your Prince of Light will come. So have a little faith. Casey, have a little faith. Because you will be moving places and moving forward. There will be blessings in your life. You are the lady of magic, the lady of unicorns, and you can do this. And so you need to not focus on the negative of that. You need to focus on what can you do to help you move forward, to help you love where you are so that you can move into somewhere that you will love even more. And that's what you need to do. I'm going to leave their love with you. Thank you for working with me. So who have we got next? Almay. Almay. Or is it Alma? Almay. Okay, so just dropped a card. So excuse me while I try and get it. You're welcome. Just trying to get this card that ran away from me. So excuse me while I get down to get it. Okay. The one that ran away was the Queen of the Night. Queen of the Night. I'm going to leave that separate because I think that's important. Okay, so let's see. Let's get a different spray all the way over here. And for you, we've got Lily of the Valley. For peace and serenity. And it does work. I love the smell of this one. So, for you, Alma, you've got peace and serenity with Lily of the Valley. I've done them, done the cards. So who's waking you up between 3 and 5 in the morning? So you're being woke up between 3 and 5 in the morning. Oh. So Stace, am I still with Almay? I'm still with Almay, and then we're going to finish after that, I think, because we're not going to have enough time to do anybody else. So we've still got Alma, thank you. Yeah, I remember now. I asked you that last time, didn't I? So Alma, who's waking you up between 3 and 5 in the morning? You are a blessing. You are absolute blessing. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay. Spirit are trying to get through to you. They want to work with you. So between 3 and 5 in the morning is a really good time, because they're saying that sometimes your head is so busy with loads and loads of stuff that they can't get through to you. And in that time in the morning is when you're most quiet, because you're asleep probably, and then they can get through to you. Now, sometimes that comes in the forms of dreams. Sometimes it comes in the forms of waking up and having ideas. And sometimes it comes in the forms of just being woke up and getting yourself a notepad and pen and just beginning to write and see what comes up for you. But there's definitely something that they want to work with you, but awake, yes. So they want to work with you. That's definitely what they want to do. And so maybe to help with that, okay, I did ask you last week, didn't I? So maybe to let you, to give you the help with that, they're desperately trying to shake you awake, okay? You are a blessing. You're a juggler. You've got so much going on as well. You have so much going on. They're saying that they want to work with you. You are the Lady of Leprechauns, which means doing what you love doing and getting paid really well for it. So if you're doing what you love doing and you get paid really well for it, then that's great. That's what you're supposed to be doing. And if not, that's what you need to do. That's what Spirit is saying. That's what you need to do, because you have something that you need to do that you really, really love. Maybe you need to find out what it is. We've got the Fairy of Naughtiness. Now, I don't think this is you, but I think you've had some situations in your life where you've had people who have not been the best intentions for you. Oh, you're welcome. They've not been the best intentions for you. We've got the hidden one, which is subconscious stuff, stuff that you've not worked through just yet, stuff that you're not aware of, and that is coming to the forefront for you now. And the only reason it's coming to the forefront for you now is so that we can move you through it. So we can move you forward and move you through it. I see a spirit behind me in the window, in the curtains. So I don't know if somebody wants to take a screenshot of it and see, can we find it? But not that side, this side, because I'll never get used to this. Here, there's an image in that. Okay. So not always easy. No, definitely not always easy, but worth it. So there's a hidden one that you need to work through. There's something, because you're a bright spark. You really are. You're a bright spark, and Spirit don't want to waste that. Queen of Hearth and Home. Are you happy in your home? Are you happy in your home? There's something to do with your home. Let's see what Spirit say. Okay. The big behind is not our bottoms, okay? The big behind is about looking at some patterns. It means there's not a whole load of therapy to be done, Alma. It means that, but there are some patterns that need looking at. And as you look at these patterns and move forward and begin to see the story and then change the story, then you move forward. You're allowing something to control, be it a situation, be it not feeling as good as you can feel. You're allowing something to block you from being all that you can be. And you're here for special things. You're the speaker of truth. Okay, so maybe you've got to move. So we go back to the home. Okay. And that's where the big behind comes in. This is a pattern. So there's a pattern. So there's some patterns within having to move, and it's triggering something in you that needs to be looked at. And there's some kind of control going on with that, but you need to change the story. And then you need to speak your truth, because there's something not right about it. You need to speak your truth. You have a gift. You have a gift, Alma. This situation needs to be changed. It's happened over and over again. It's not the first time it's happened. It's happened for a long time. We've got the Queen of Passage. And so we need to change this situation so you can move forward. Yep, had to move many times, bit trauma. Okay, and that is the key, Alma. That is the key, to look at the first time that you had to move and where the trauma comes from. And then you heal the trauma, and that's how we move through it, because you're still in that trauma that's triggering you each time, and you're living that same old story. So we need to go back to the first time that happened and live through it and work through it and bring the heart and head together and the disconnect and connect again. And that is what you have to do differently this time. That's what you have to do. You're like, oh no, I don't want to look at that. And you're the Queen of Owls as well. And it is a bit traumatic. But I promise you, if you work through it, if you stop and you work through it, then it will change your life. Because you don't want to keep going on and living the same story over and over again and getting the same results. That is the definition of insanity. Doing something over and over again and expecting different results. So what you need is to look at that and then move forward. You're more than welcome. Have a little faith. That spirit are leaving you with that. Have a little faith. Do the work that you need to do and do the healing and change your life. Thank you for working with me. Okay, guys. Oh, thank you, Alma. That's really lovely. So doesn't the time go really fast? Thank you guys for being there. And let Stacey let us say our goodbyes now. And I will speak with you all in a fortnight's time. Okay. My details are up if anybody wants to contact